I'm Mindfiend and welcome to Deep Rock Galactic. Here I am with my driller. He's actually been promoted once and he's back up to level 12. I'm taking with him the loadout of the corrosive sludge pump. I've actually got an overclock on that, the sludge blast, which makes the charge shot act like a shotgun effect. I'm taking the collect wave cooker. I've only just unlocked this, I've never used it. I put as many mods onto it as I possibly can. No idea. My aim is to try to make it slow and I think slower enemy as much as possible. I intend to use that for single enemies. Use the sludge pump for multiple enemies. I've got my fancy little pickaxe, the medium flares, got a nice satchel charge, his reinforced drills, and I like the high explosive grenade. I've not really understood or got to the impact axes yet. I don't really get them. I tried the spring loaded ripper and I didn't like it. I just didn't really take to it. So that's the setup we've got for the driller. I'm going to take I don't know which type of mission yet. Let's have a look. We've got sandblasted corridors. I like that area. What can we do in there? We can do kill 2 dreadnoughts. Sure. Yeah, why not? Okay, we're going to do the Dreadnoughts one. Kill 2 Dreadnoughts. I'm not going to bother with the Ebonauts, but kill 2 Dreadnoughts. It's a medium length mission. It's a medium cave complexity. We're on solo mode and I'm going to try it on Hazard 4. I have done a Hazard 4 mission once before, but I've not tried it with this character or this setup, so we'll see how it goes. Never thought to check what the beer is. What's the beer? Oh, Slayer Stout, yes, go on, let's have it. That might help. Slayer Stout.
Stout now! Hit me hard, Lloyd! To a successful mission. Yeah! That hit the spot.
That hits the spot. Oh, completely missed. Just so that you can see, Slayer Stout, it increased the pickaxe power attack recharging faster. So I can use the power attack more often. Let's get back into the dropship. We take the carrot with us. Here we go, carrot. Fantastic. Like I say, I've never used the wave cooker, so...
Time for a round of pest control, team. We got Dreadnought cocoons on our scanners, and you get to eradicate them before they turn into something even worse. My advice, bring plenty of ammo. They can take a punch.
I don't know how it works at all. First order of business is always to get as much nitrate as you possibly can, so that you can get resupplies, because for every 80 nitrate that you pick up, I can get a resupply. That's giving me 18. Oh good. We're off. We're starting. Not really going to bother with these, but I will pick up them if they're obvious like that. That almost looks like there's a cocoon right on the other side of that. There is. Okay. Bosco, go mine that for me. I can't be bothered climbing up that high. Thank you. Right. Well, that's that. This initial room pretty much taken care of. Let's see if we can get a chance to test out what this wave cooker does. And oh great, lithophage. Seriously? Oh! Oh right, it's also like
imminent. Stay out of the impact zones.
I forgot I played on level 4s, not on level 3s.
Thanks, Bosco! Fight the rockpox! Ordering cleansing pod! There's a corruptor to deal with here!
Wow, that's fast.
Cleansing equipment is en route. Cleansing equipment delivered. Good luck with the corruptor.
Come on, Bosco, go get it.
Step 1. Cover rockpox boils with bow. Hey Bosco! Rockpox infection! Ready for removal. Keep cleaning.
Wow. Now this is editing Mindfiend chiming in here. I will be chiming in a few times now from here on in the mission, because I was so stunned by the brutality of the mission and how tough it was. I mean, look at that, I'm more or less dead for the second time, or down for the second time there. That it completely stunned me, and I was just silent for ages and didn't realise I'd been. At the moment here I am desperately trying to get away from the lithophage because I know it sends out the lithophage worms after me to try and turn me, and I was desperately trying to get some health back.
I needed that.
I was really not expecting the lithophage to be on this level. I did not want to do my first Hazard 4 with this wave cooker and the lithophage. That's always a problem. But this boss, when you see him, if you look at the top of the screen, you'll see that his health bar at the bottom of that bit is greyed out, which means he can't be damaged. So we've got to remove the yellow bars. And he had 6 to begin with. He's got 3 faces. From what the dwarfs just said there, now you can see that one side of him has lost both yellow bars. Managed to get rid of both of those by forming them and having Bosco suck the foam off. And basically he's got 3 sides to him. Each side has got 2 of these shielded plates on it. You pour the foam on them, and then you vacuum it off, or you get Bosco to vacuum it off. And then can you see there on it now where I'm just pointing now, there's like a blue little patch on his side that is where there's been a hole put into his armour, and you can shoot him through the hole and damage him through the hole. He's got a little bit of damage coming in now. Trust the game not being easy because I've already got an oppressor on. Just trying to get out of the range of the oppressor's damage there. Luckily this sludge gun is such a good gun. It's so powerful, it really is. I'm now trying to aim into the holes on the side of there, and as you can see it is damaging his health. Sludge pump isn't that great at doing it. It's better to shoot inside the little holes.
Applying lithofoam on the rockbox foil. Gotta wait for the rate charge.
If you can see the yellow spikes on his far side from where he is at the moment, those are the boils that you cover with foam and get the vacuum off, and that will open up his shell. But they've gone from this side of him, so I can shoot him from this side.
Foaming up the area.
The boing boing noise you can hear, and the little rabbit on the right hand side of the screen there that's jumping up and down on the rocks is the Easter 2024 bunny. If you take him out and put him in Molly and get him back to the ship, you get extra XP. The event is still going on at the time of recording this. This was recorded on the 2nd of April 2024. Now I'd only accidentally thrown both of the formers down into the pit here with him. I didn't do it intentionally. I dropped one when I was throwing in a grenade and didn't realise I could throw out the former as well. So I had to come down into the pit to get him, which was a little bit dangerous because he does attack. If you get, if you get in the wrong place and everything, he will do quite a nasty attack. But I wanted to be able to keep forming him to try and free up the other pieces of armour, but I could see it wasn't really worth it by this point. The actual wave cutter was doing very well shooting into that little hole on this side that I made at the beginning, and so I keep firing it. As I said, it's my first time ever using the weapon, so I wasn't used to the fact that it overheats so quickly. But it is very good at range. It seems to be quite a good range gun. And it's applying heat to him. There's status symbols coming up to the left of his health bar. And there we go. He's down. The reason I decided to take him out straight away as soon as I found him was because if you just leave him, then all the time you've got those three little worms seeking you out across the level, and sometimes they jump on you right at the wrong time and you know, you're busy dealing with something else, so they do sort of like erode your health and your shields all the time. So it's just better to get on with it and get him out of the way. When you kill him, he drops 3 plague hearts. I can hear a swarm coming. Once again, for swarms, it's the sludge gun. The sludge gun is very good at crowd control. The spreader there going down, that's always very satisfying, is to kill those and to kill the spitters that crawl on the roofs. That's very satisfying enemies to kill. But yes, the boss, he drops 3 of these plague hearts.
All plague hearts collected. R&D will have their hands full tonight.
Which are nice to bring back again for extra reward. Here's the bunny. So I'm telling Bosco to get it, and I'm just putting a corrosive dot on it as well. But it does have a lot of health. It takes quite some getting down. Nalo at the moment is playing the engineer, and he's got the Loki smart rifle, which of course has the homing bullets. He's very good at taking that out for our team. He does it very well, and I actually missed him here. I was wishing that he was there while I was doing this, but Bosco will do it. He just won't do it as well. So I'm going to go back and try and find it because it's worth it. And through doing that, I saw the patch of nitrate on the rock there that I had seen, but through everything that had happened I'd forgotten about it until I got back to here. So I thought, oh, I better get that too, because I quickly realised that ammo is going to be a big priority on Hazard 4s. Definitely, even more so than it is on the others, but it's a big enough one on everything else. Now in a moment you'll see me flick open my mini-map terrain scanner just to have a quick look around, and I'm looking for the yellow marker that shows where the bunny has fallen, because Bosco's come back to me, so I know he's killed it. It showed it was in this cave, and just going in there I can see it's lit up there. So it's a case of summoning Molly over and putting it in. As I say, that will give extra XP at the end of the mission, if I manage to complete the mission. Thank you, Molly.
Spring bunny secured. Management will be pleased. Performance point bonus activated.
I was so low on ammo by this point, as you can see, 38 and 5 left for the sludge pump that I had to call in the drop pod to resupply myself. It felt far too early, and it felt like I was crippling myself by doing it now, but no use not having ammo. You've got to be able to defend yourself. So while that's doing now, I'm checking these lithophage meteorites. You might have heard when I first went through the cave wall and into the room where I found the lithophage corruptor, just as I went down there was a meteorite shower, and all these little lithophage meteorites fell, and if you break these in one of them there will be another plague heart, so it's worth breaking them all to try and find it. You might get lucky, you might find it on your first time, you might not find it till the last one, but there will be a plague heart in one of them, which again, extra XP. And there it is, in my case the last one. You notice I break them a bit easier and quicker by using a power attack, and thanks to having the beer at the beginning, the power attack recharged very quickly here, so it wasn't an issue. I'm now using the terrain scanner to try and see the route to the Dreadnought cocoons, so I've still got to kill the 2 Dreadnoughts. This far in, I've still got the 2 Dreadnoughts to do. When this appears, luckily they're all coming out of the hole I dug in the wall, so it's very good for the sludge pump. There, what I did was I used a perk. I've got Beastmaster. I've got it fully maxed out, so I brainwashed one of the glyphids. In this case, I always like to do those guards. They're quite tough. They've got a lot of armour up front if you don't take it off them themselves. You can hear he's actually fighting something in there that's shooting. Now it's probably a spreader, one of the red ones. But he's on my side now. He's called Steve. They're all called Steve. And Steve is a wonderful addition because he's basically a little bit of a free teammate. Because my Beastmaster perk is upgraded fully, he does, I think it's 300% of the damage that he would normally do. There you go, he just killed it. Yep, it says spreader. And he actually took very little damage if you look at his health. So again, I'm looking at the cave now and I'm trying to see where are the passages down to the other to the Dreadnoughts, and which is the best way to go to get there as soon as possible. If you look at here, you can see, apart from all the destroyed rock, the black and the orange rock, you can see dirt, and dirt signals the entrance to passageways. It gets more and more dense until you get to the dirt wall, which you can break through, and then you just have to look and through with the train scanner and see which way you've got to dig to get through into the tunnels.
I called for Molly. Impossible to see.
Now I saw that opening in the passage roof there, in the tunnel roof. I chose to go past it because I wanted the nitra. And now you can see Steve has crawled up through it, which means he's found some enemies and he's headed for them. It turns out there was exploders there, which is never good for Steves. Steves don't last long against exploders. They do quite well against other stuff. They'll even do well against Praetorians, but not against other exploders. Here I'm testing the wave cooker because I've still not really got any experience of how well it does against groups. And as you can see, it got me into quite a bit of trouble. I should have just used the sludge pump straight away. The sludge pump's the one for groups without question, especially in narrow confines like that.
And Steve's off the bug heaven.
Poor Steve passed away.
No, the flares are
They can't fight flying mobs, they can't fight exploders. Now there, you hear that big roar. I thought there's something big coming. There's definitely something big coming, and I couldn't quite think what it was. But there it is, it's a Praetorian coming up. Now, a good tactic when you've got Bosco is to just step back and just let Bosco get on with it, because it will save ammo. So as simple as that. He will kill it. He will definitely kill them. He'll kill anything given enough time. But on missions like this, where ammo can be a bit of a struggle to manage, I would recommend, wherever possible, letting Bosco do the fighting. Certainly let him wear things down. And this is a cave leech. These hide on the ceilings and pick you up from quite a long way away. They're the natural enemy of the lone dwarf, particularly of the poor scouts. Scouts will often be off on their own, and cave leeches are disastrous for them. When you've got a Bosco nearby, it's not too bad, but it does still take quite a bit of damage. And now there, that big glowing orange balloon is the Dreadnought cocoon. I don't want to break it yet and activate the Dreadnought. I want to check the area out. And a tactic that I highly recommend when dealing with Dreadnoughts is pick the ground you fight on. That's the best advice I can give you, is pick your battleground if you can. Choose one of the chambers. Quite often I will fight in the initial chamber where the drop pod brings you in, because it's usually quite a big roundish chamber. But you're also looking for any advantages you can get from the terrain, and in this room here there are quite a few big rock pillars. Now, Dreadnoughts come in three types. You've got the basic Dreadnought, which is the one you always want to try and get. You'd have no choice over what gets, it's random. But that's the best one you can possibly see, is just a basic Dreadnought. He's the easiest to kill, very little extra mechanic, just fight and kill him. The second type of Dreadnought is called the Twins, and you get two Dreadnoughts. You get the Arbalast, which is the one that fires from a range more than anything, hence the name, like the Arbalast there with the crossbows, and the Lacerator, which will come after you underground. So you've got two Dreadnoughts after you at all time. And there's a trick to those, because if you damage one more than the other, they will get back together and become invulnerable while they start healing each other. So the trick is to try to damage them roughly equally to lower the health in equal amounts. It's only when there's a big discrepancy between the health of one and the health of the other that they heal each other. They're not too bad. They're not too bad, especially when there's two of you and you can fight with them. And then the third type of Dreadnought is the Hiveguard. He's by far the toughest, in my opinion anyway, the one I find the toughest to fight. And he has several stages. But I'll explain more about that one later. So what I'm doing here is I've asked Bosco to bring this NO Pearl down to me, and I'm choosing not to put it into Molly to collect it. I want it down there because, as you can see, it gives out quite a bit of light. Oh, it's satisfying to kill those things. And that light that the NO Pearl gives off will help illuminate this room. Because there's all these rock pillars in here, I've decided, right, okay, I'm going to fight the Dreadnought here. This is the ground we'll fight on. We'll have to see whether or not that was a wise decision or not. It does depend, but wherever possible, anything you can hide behind is an advantage to you, because the Dreadnoughts will bombard you. Most of them will bombard you with well, they'll all bombard you really. So being able to block their field of view, to be able to block their projectiles with something other than your face is advised. Things are going to get noisy in a moment when I release the Dreadnought, so I apologise in advance for that, but what I'm going to do is I've got to pop his cocoon and just deal with this down here. There's one more glippy to take care of. It's down there. I thought I'd just put down an acid puzzle and let it go through that and start damaging itself, which it did with the second one, but Bosco finishes it off quite easily for me. And now it's just a case of pop the cocoon and see which type of dreadnought we're going to get out of the 3 possible types. I'm just checking the area again. What we're going to get? Glyphid Dreadnought, the best possible one to get. This is like the basic Dreadnought. If you look, he's got 2 bars. He's got the red health bar and he's got the yellow armor bar. You've got to remove the yellow armor bar so you can then damage him. As you can see, he does fire very volatile projectiles, which is why you either want to keep moving constantly or use cover. Now this is where Bosco really earns his keep, because he's constantly shooting the Dreadnought, which is lowering its armour, and then once it's lowered its armour enough, its backside becomes visible, all the armour's broken off it, and it's red, you can damage it, and now I'm damaging its health now. This doesn't last forever, it, like the Lithophage Corruptor, it comes in waves.
No flares ready.
But there you see now, he's done something and he's gone all grey, his health bar, for a few seconds, and then the shield has regenerated, the armour plate has regenerated. So once again it's a case of now whittle away at the yellow bar. Bosco's doing a mighty fine job of. Well done, Bosco, give that little robot a remember. And there his backside is now all vulnerable again. Start damaging it. And really it's a case of playing Ringa Ringa Rosie with these pillars, just keeping round the other side of the pillars, which is why I chose this ground. You don't want him running you down in the open, firing at you in the open. As you can see, they do a lot of damage, those blasts. Also, if you notice, in the middle at the bottom of the screen, a white shield keeps appearing. I got stuck there for some reason, I had to dig my way out. Good move. But a white shield will appear, and that's when I go near Molly. I've got a perk that gives me 30% protection near when I'm within 7 meters of Molly. I don't really exploit it as much as I should do. There you go, see it's back again now, so I'll take less damage from there. Well, as soon as I go out of the 7 meter range, it will fade away. Back invulnerable again for a moment now, and he's got his armour. So I'm pretty damaged, I'm getting some health. I knew there was some red sugar there. The best thing about this sludge bomb is it does put quite a hefty dot to damage over time on him. And here the sandstorm starts and I forget where I am and I fall through that hole in the floor into the planted beneath. But luckily I've managed to just stick enough corrosive sludge on him that it ate him away and finished him off with little Bosco's help. So that was the first Dreadnought down. So now this room has been well and truly emptied of its resources. All the resources I'm going to take from it anyway. I think there are a couple of Ebonauts high up, but I'm really not that bothered about those. So I'm just going to pick this one up, and this Ebonaught. Sorry, not Ebonaught, Ebopearl. And then make my way back to the main starter cave, where from there I can go for the other Dreadnought.
Over here and hurry, please.
But if you listen carefully now, you could just hear then the sounds of digging. that's glyphids digging their way out of the walls or the floors. So I know there's some coming for me. Not sure where they're coming from. They could be coming from in front, behind, whatever. But I know they're there. Now I could hear them. I can hear them chiming. And they're coming from behind, so sounds like there's a few of them. Yep, there they are. The thing to deal with the swarm is the sludge pump.
Past your expiration date.
It's just perfect for large groups of creatures.
My poor boots.
And then we're back in the starter room. This room itself, if you look, is a great room. It's got all these pillars in it. It's a circular room. It's got the ring around the drop pod's hole in the centre of the room. I needed the ammo. Desperately needed the ammo. And I can still hear that there's glyphids around. I'm just going to choose to ignore it though at the moment and rely heavily on Bosco picking off anything that's coming behind me while I try and work out the route to the final Dreadnought. Now I can see it's over this side of the cave. It's just a question of which one of the dirt passageways will lead to it. That really made me jump. That was the glyphid I'd been ignoring. I didn't realise it was a Praetorian. But again, like I said, just really just leave Bosco to it. He will do it, but can't resist having a pop just to test out the wave cooker here. Bosco I've got very well upgraded. He's got the electrifying bullets, so that he will provide a slowdown on the enemies when he hits them. That's why you'll see them often sparking with blue electricity as he hits them. But it saves quite a bit of ammunition just letting him play around with them. So I'm trying to work out where the door is that will take me down to the glyphid cocoon. It's on this slope here. Nalo and I have been very lucky to get a lot of good advice for this game from one of his viewers, Yogoamo. And one of the things he said to us that I've never forgotten was, you know, sort of like prepare your way back, and that's what I did there. I saw that I would have to come down, drop under myself, and the passage comes back underneath. And I was thinking about, well, how am I going to get back that way if I'm in a hurry and I'm rushing for the drop pod or being chased by a group of glyphids? So I decided it would be better to drill sort of like a passage to run along by the side of the cave rather than to just run up there, then turn around and try and jump back up. As I pointed out, this is my very first experience with the wave cooker, and I think, if I understand it correctly, I've got one of the settings on it that lets it do extra damage to things that have got a corrosive dot on them. That was why I tried firing at the Praetorian then rather than just leaving him for Bosco to finish off. I just wanted to see if it worked, and it did seem to. It felt to me like it died a lot quicker. Something that needs more testing. But then it's a case of just keep getting nitra because I desperately need ammo resupplies for fighting the Dreadnoughts. Always need at least one there. If not for the ammo itself, then for the health regain that you get from it. That thing is called a spitball infector. It fires rods out. Now watch to the right of the screen here. Watch just over near the cocoon in a moment. I saw something quite frightening appear. There, look there, see this? Look at all these exploders. And I mean all these exploders. That was an impressive amount. I was quite shocked, really. But again, there's the Dreadnought cocoon, the big glowing egg sac, and this is a huge cavern. Wonder what he killed on the ceiling then.
Flares ready.
Wonder if it was a leech he killed. But I'm looking at the Ebonauts there, thinking, well, I'll get those that are on the side. Dig round to them. I'm finding that the driller he's so good for doing what he's named after. That's drilling passageways and drilling land, and basically making the landscape bend to his will. But then, because of the positioning here, I found wasn't very able to get to the actual nut itself. So I thought, well, I'm not going to bother. I'm not really that fussed about the extra XP, really. The point of this is to see if I can do a Hazard 4. That's the whole point of this attempt. See what they're like, see how solvable they are. I think of all the 4 dwarves, the gunner, the engineer, the scout and the driller, I think the driller is possibly the easiest to solo with, in my opinion. And then I found I prefer the scout for soloing because his turrets help. The gunner is very tough, but I've not really tried him too much on his own. I've just used him as a tank for Narlo. And then the scout, I have no idea how anybody plays the scout at the moment. I'm still going to have to learn that one. That's one I've only got a few levels on. I'm kind of dreading, because I'm not the most mobile and speedy of players, which is contrary to his very nature. The scout needs to be moving fast, getting in and out there, doing all sorts of acrobatic flips, and that's not really my style. I'm used to being the tank, to be quite honest, in games. But again, now that I've cleared this cave of enemies, the next priority is to strip it of any and all resources that I'm going to want. And luckily I managed to find enough nitro now to call in another ammo resupply drop. When I decide where I'm going to fight, that's when I'll call it in.
Down the hatch.
With Dreadnoughts, the game does tend to make sure it doesn't give you the same ones twice. I think it's technically possible to do so. It's never happened to me, so I can't say for certain, but I think it's technically possible to do so. But you can almost guarantee it's going to give you each time a different one of the group. So I've already had the basic Dreadnought, so that means I know that there's an incredible likelihood that this is either going to now be the twins, or worst of all, the Hiveguard. I'm looking at where to fight it, and I'm thinking, well, I'll fight it back in the main room where those pillars are. And it's the Hiveguard. Now, the Hiveguard has got a very special way of fighting him. First thing he does is he summons in a group of sentinels, which are like small Praetorians. You have to kill those, because at the moment his health bar is greyed out. And then above his health bar are 3 small bars. Those 3 small bars are like blister pods that will appear on his back after you've killed off his sentinels. You then have to damage those and get rid of those. Once you get rid of those 3 blister pods, they'll be yellow once they're vulnerable. You can then damage his health. And this comes in waves. You'll have time to do it, and then here's his sentinels now, like Praetorians. Luckily, the sludge pump is really good at dealing with these things. You put that dot on them and come away, and it does really well with them. Now, I was sure there was 4, but I keep only seeing 3 of them. There's 3 sentinels down. I need 1 more sentinel yet. Finally remembered to talk after all this time. So you will be hearing in-game Mindfiend chatting away to you now. And I should be able to see where it's digging up. Oh yeah, it's digging up. Gonna come up pretty much right underneath there. So I'll leave him to take you through the fight.
Bosco, here! Overheated.
Got to pop the things on its side. All 3 of them. That's what the yellow markers are at the top of the screen of its health bar.
Rocket, here!
It's proving that this collect wave cooker is not very good for doing that. Right, now he's vulnerable.
Support rocket! Watch out!
Got to dodge all these bullets. Now he's gone back invulnerable. So we're going to summon back in his Hiveguard again. The sentinels. And I have to deal with each one of those. Oops. Get out the hole! And once again he's back to... Oops. What slowed me then?
Getting more ammo! Never felt better. Rocket here, Bosco!
Let's see if we can... Not very good at popping those, this.
I'm taking some of the ammo.
Come on, come on, come on.
Yes. Grenade!
I need to take this for the health.
Some more crates. Yeah. Wanna watch that over? Make it go boom!
Oh, he's back invulnerable again. So I'm going to have to do this once more. Take on his sentinels. And then try and... damage him. Thought he had 4 sentinels. Have we been killing 4?
Don't want to see the next stage of that ugliness. There's charging.
Oh, what's that? Slow down.
Boom, boom! Right here, Bosco! Things about to blow up! Damn kitchen appliance!
This is not very good at popping those.
Damn kitchen appliance! Rocket! Grabbing ammo. Show him some pain, Bosco! Come on!
Come on. Just gotta stay out of his way.
Toasty! Where? Not ready yet! Rocket, please!
Come on. Hit that pod on his back, Bosco. Come on.
Gotta watch that overheat! Rocket here, Bosco! Grenade!
Got it. Alright, let's get him.
Well done, team. Immediate Dreadnought threat.
Dreadnoughts killed on level 4 on Has 4. Okay.
Send in an extraction pod to pick you up.
Okay. Now I've just got to try and survive getting to the Has thing. Have I got any health left to get from that? Any ammo? Don't think so. Okay. Please, please, Molly, don't take me
Sending in the drop pod. Starting
straight
the
up
countdown.
vertical cliffs.
This
Come
is
on.
a team do us proud.
Come on. Just give me an easy path out. Come on. Come on. That's 4 Dreadnought kills. Come on. Right. Where's that coming down?
Drop pod has arrived. Retrieving the mule.
Where do we
Drop pod
go?
departing in T-minus 5 minutes.
What isn't waiting forever?
Seriously? This is where I walking from? Oh, well done.
We better hurry!
Molly. Molly, get in there, Mo. Get in there, Molly. I'm in. Yes!
Galactic thanks you for your good work.
Solar has 4 Dreadnoughts. Yes!
That's one for the books. Retrieving escape
Yes.
pod.
Editing Mindfiend here once again now then. You may have noticed that in the entire mission actually, but particularly in the Dreadnought fights, I didn't use the Engineer's C4. That was intentional. It would have done a lot of damage to him. I could have, done a lot to him. But the arenas I fought in had really defensible pillars. They had lots of pillars for me to run around, and I figured it was much more important to leave those up as protection from his blasts rather than to try and blow big craters out of the area and destroy my own arena and make it more difficult for me to run around and gain the protection. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. Yes, I finally managed to do Has 4, moved up to Has 4 and managed it on the Dreadnoughts. The wave cooker is pretty good. It's certainly good at range. It does explode things quite nicely. I don't think it's as good as Sabata for his back blisters on the Hiveguard, but it was a really good one. I'm going to give it a lot more use and see how it goes along. So that's it really. All that's left for me to say, if you've stuck with me for 55 minutes or if you just skipped to the end to see that fight, I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching. I've been Mindfiend. You guys, as always, have been wonderful. Bye for now.